Hi everyone, welcome to the 15th video on Python learning series for network engineers. In this video we'll see how to take device configuration backup to external servers like TFTP, FTP or SCP server. For all the servers the command logic is going to be same. So for this script also we'll be referring our previous script, and from there we'll be building the another script. So I'll copy the complete script. So the previous script file name was 10_device backup_terminal. So I have created another file called 11 device backup to SCP. So I'll paste it here. So before we start editing the script, we'll see the exact command which we are going to execute for copying the file to SCP server. So for that I'll SSH to my device. SSH. My device IP is 10.10.10.10. So for copying the file to SCP server, the command is going to be copy nvram startup config to SCP server, then slash, the username is going to be 𝗖𝗵𝒐, the user, which is I'll be using my local machine itself as SCP server, and I'll be pasting it in this folder data/05_python. So I'll copy this location, then the command is going to be @ IP address of my machine. 10.100 is my machine IP. Then you need to give /. I'll paste the location, then the file name. So file name I'll give now just a reference file name. I'll give router_10.10.10.10 my device IP. Then I'll enter. Now it is asking the destination IP is correct or not. Username is 𝗖𝗵𝒔. File name is router_10.10. Yeah, it is asking for password now. I'll give my local machine's password. Yeah, it copied. Now we'll see. Yeah, this is the file which I copied now. Now we need to copy the same command. So we'll be using the same command for copying to FTP or SCP server. So first we'll build the command here. Copy nvram startup -config space SCP : //. So I'll copy this complete command, then I'll go to my new script. Here the command, we don't need to give show terminal, because in the previous script we were executing the command and storing that output, the terminal output, to a file using Python. Now we don't need to do that. We'll be directly saving the file from router to an external server, so we don't need this command. So here we'll be giving our new command. And we can remove even this bytes from here. Then for adding the router IP, what we'll do, we'll use a variable called RTR here. So RTR will be coming from here. So Python will be opening a device list file I have mentioned in the previous video. So from there it will get the device IP, and same RTR value it will add here. Then we'll see the command again. So once we execute the command, 1 enter, 2, 3, 4. So we need to give 4 enters here. So what we'll do, we'll give 4/n's here. Yeah, after that what happens, it is asking for password. So here you can see there is some delay, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if you need we can add some delay here. We'll add a delay of 1 second. Yeah, then it will ask for SCP password. We won't hard code the SCP password. If you want you can do that. We'll make it as a variable. So we'll ask for SCP password here. The command is going to be SCP. I'll create a variable called SCP pass. Then we'll use the getpass library, getpass, so that password won't echo in the terminal. Then we'll prompt for the input, prompt equal to enter SCP server password. Yeah, close it. Then here instead of this we'll call SCP underscore pass. That variable will give +1 enter. So here 1, 2, 3, 4 enter. Yeah, then password. Another enter. So here the slash and will do another enter. Now here we don't need this save file commands, so we'll delete all the commands. Then even print output is not mandatory here. So when we do print in terminal, it will print the output. So first we'll see what happens with print. We'll save the script. Then we'll try to execute the script from Python 3.6. I'm already into my virtual environment. So Python 11. The reason for this error is I haven't closed this parenthesis here. So I'll save the script again. We'll try to execute. Yeah, it is asking for SCP password. I'll give my SCP password. Yeah, now I'm getting message saying that connecting to the device 10.10. Yeah, looks like my device is taking long time to respond, so we'll increase the delay here, but in real time it will be faster than this. I'll run it again. Yeah, SCP password. Yeah, now it is connecting to another device. Yeah, it copied. Now we'll see the folder. Yeah, you can see it has taken backup of both devices. 10 and 11. So complete backup I have got. But here you can see next time when I take backup, it is going to overwrite the same file. So what you can do here is you can add timestamp whenever you take backup. You can use date and time library, which is using here, but you will not be able to use the variable called TNOW. In the previous script we created an object called TNOW. Will not be able to use that because that prints the time with the space. So when we execute the command here, when we execute the command with space here, Cisco will throw an error. We will try adding TNOW here and see what will happen. So RTR plus string of TNOW plus, I'll save the script. We'll try to execute again. CP password. Yeah, you can see here invalid input error. So what that means, when I try to copy the file, I'm trying to give, when I give a space here in the file name, Cisco throws an error because Cisco won't accept space in file name while copying the file to external destination. So we cannot use the format of TNOW, so we need to use another string formatting. So I'll be covering that in the next video, how to add timestamp manually into the file name. Now to avoid the error, we'll remove the strtnow from here. Then we don't need this output to be printed in our console, so we'll remove this output. In the print statement, we'll create a message saying that backup completed for the device, plus it'll add IP address of the device. Then we'll add to /n Now we'll try to execute the script again. Now we won't be getting any configuration output in terminal. We'll just get the output when we initiate the backup, when we connect to the device, and once backup is completed. But in this script we have considered only positive scenario. We are not covering any error cases. In the upcoming videos we'll be covering everything. So now we'll try to execute the script again. Yeah, now it is saying connecting to the device 10.10. Yeah, it says backup completed for the device 10.10. Yeah, connecting to the device 11 and backup completed. So you can see 2 files are available in my folder. We can delete and see, check it again. Yeah, you can see the file which is created here now. Yeah, it has created another file for 11. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to take device backup to an external server like FTP TFTP or a CP server. In the next video we'll see how to add timestamp into the file name using string formatting method. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.